the top stories. Prime Minister Drew to attend 2024 Concordia America Summit. Premier Brantley anticipates fair share issue is nearing resolution, and St. Kitts and Nevis embraces the benefits of International Atomic Energy Agency membership. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Pick your daily reward from the Quartz Ready Cash Money Tree. Every customer is a winner with every loan of $3,000 or more from Quartz Ready Cash. Plus, you get to enter to win a weekend for two at Sandals. No deposit, no collateral needed. All you need is your ID, proof of address, payslip, job letter, and 2 references. Visit your nearest Quartz or Ready Cash location today or apply online at www.quartz.com. Get more for 2024 with Quartz Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply.
Mosoka, 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 mosoka.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I am Shaira Flanders. Nationally, Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, is set to participate in the 2024 Concordia America Summit, scheduled from April 22nd to 23rd in Florida. This year's summit is being organized in collaboration with the University of Miami. It will include representatives from the public-private sector across the Western Hemisphere. The Americas Summit will serve as a nexus for business executives and government leaders from Latin America, the Caribbean, Canada, and the United States. Together, participants will forge enduring cross-sectoral strategies aimed at rejuvenating institutional trust and fortifying democratic resilience. Under the theme of strengthening democracy and the economy and driving sustainable and inclusive growth, the 8th edition of the Concordia Americas Summit will spearhead vital discussions to propel regional prosperity and foster inclusive development. Notable speakers slated to grace the event include the President of the United States of America, Joe Biden, President of the Republic of Guatemala, His Excellency Alejandro Eduardo Giammattei, His Excellency Iván Duque Marquez, former President of the Republic of Colombia, and Her Excellency Laura Chinchilla, former President of Costa Rica, alongside an esteemed lineup of global leaders and business executives. Accompanying Prime Minister Drew will be Her Excellency Jacinth Henry Martin, Ambassador to the United States of America, and Adelcia Connor Furlance, Press Secretary to the Prime Minister. And in other news, Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Mark Brantley, says he anticipates the issue of equitable sharing of the revenue generated by the St. Kitts and Nevis Citizenship by Investment or CBI program between the Twin Islands will soon be resolved. Premier Brantley made the disclosure during his most recent press conference, having met with Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, mid-February.
On the issue of fair share, in my last conversation with Prime Minister Drew, which was perhaps a week and a half ago, we discussed this, and I don't want to speak out of turn. I anticipate that he will want to say something on this in short order. I'm told that matters are nearing completion, and so I would leave that there for the moment and ask you to bear with me, Ms. Hewlett, but I would give him, of course, the courtesy of being the one to announce what that analysis shows, and so we expect that that will be available quite shortly.
Since Dr. Drew's ascension to Prime Minister in August 2022, both leaders have led talks on the long-debated issue with a view to brokering a sustainable revenue-sharing arrangement between the federal government and the Nevis Island administration. Honorable Brantley has maintained that just as St. Kitts has done over the program's history, Nevis and Nevisians should also benefit from the proceeds of the federal resource. He has maintained that the CBI proceeds should be fairly apportioned on a pro rata basis. Prime Minister Drew had stated that a committee would be established and help would be sought from external agencies to analyze a revenue-sharing arrangement between St. Kitts and Nevis, taking into account the Federation's constitutional construct. While addressing the subject of fair share, Premier Brantley dispelled aspersions made by the opposition on Nevis that the NIA had received an extra $5 million from CBI proceeds in addition to the established monthly allotment.
Because that is not accurate at all. I believe that the suggestion was that Prime Minister Drew would have said so in his press conference, and if he did, he perhaps misspoke, or perhaps what he said was misunderstood. But there has been no additional funds from CBI coming to Nevis other than what we have been getting since on about 2022. What I will say is that the Prime Minister, Dr. Drew, has made available to Nevis a portion of funding that the country is receiving each year from our friends from the Republic of China, Taiwan. And that does come out to about $5 million. So I'm not sure if that is where the confusion came from.
The Premier explained that some of those funds would have been utilized for Phase 2 of the ongoing Pinnies Beach project, which is nearing completion. He further revealed that some of those funds will this year go to upgrading facilities that will be used to host Culturama events and to assist with the NIA's water drilling project. And in other news, in a significant stride towards embracing cutting-edge technology for agricultural and food production, the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis is set to benefit from its membership in the International Atomic Energy Agency, or IAEA. As a member state, the Federation, in collaboration with the Group of Caribbean Community or CARICOM member states in the IAEA, is actively engaging in a regional strategic framework RSF to address the region's most pressing challenges using nuclear technologies from 2020 to 2026. The IAEA is an international organization dedicated to promoting the peaceful use of nuclear energy and preventing its use for any military purpose. With a focus on fostering international cooperation, the IAEA supports member states in harnessing the benefits of nuclear technologies across various sectors, including agriculture, health, and energy. One of the imminent steps in this collaboration involves the visit of Mr. Ryan Francis from the Scientific Research Council in Jamaica, who is slated to undertake an expert mission in March. The mission, focusing on nuclear technology applications for agricultural and food production, aims to raise awareness among stakeholders about mutation breeding techniques that can significantly impact food and agriculture. According to Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Marine Resources, Mr. Miguel Fleming, this initiative comes at a crucial juncture. The ministry is actively working to keep pace with advancements in science and technology. Mr. Fleming further emphasized that the launch of the Plant Diagnostics Laboratory in March and the upcoming Veterinary Diagnostic Lab later this year underscores the Federation's commitment to staying abreast of modern agricultural practices. And after the break, a police officer outlines proper use of pedestrian crossings, and Ministry of Energy hosts Career Day for students in St. Kitts. Stay with us.
Here are your Horseless Value Mart IGA special.
Running March 7 to March 28.
Now our Value Club Blue Tax specials. Nature Valley granola bar is $9.99. La yogurt just $3.39. Essential Everyday Shredded and Chunk Cheeses, $7.99. Kool-Aid Jammers, $13.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Waffles and Pancakes, $10.99. Purex Liquid Detergent, $15.99. And now our very low weekly
Value deals! Starkist Tuna, $3.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Mac and Cheese, $2.99. Dunkin' Hines Cake Mixes and Brownies, $5.99. Hunt Spaghetti Sauce, $8.49. VO5 Shampoo and Conditioner, $5.49. Irish Spring Bar Soap, $11.99. Show Smart, Show Value Mart, tell them in Spanish.
sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en
Value Mart!
On your own, oh yeah. Build your future today. Let Own Mortgage show you the way. On your own, your family, your home, build it with pride. National Bank is right here by your side. With every step, with every loan. National Bank helps you find your own. Oh yeah, build your future today. Let Own Mortgage show you the way. On your own.
We've been working to bring you our most reliable internet ever.
And today, we are very excited to offer gig speed on Flo's fiber-powered network.
The best entertainment experience in St. Kitts and Nevis.
And plans that give you everything you need.
It's a new flow, and it's all inspired.
And it's all inspired.
And it's all inspired.
And it's all inspired by you.
Healthwise on ZIZ TV, Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Hosted by Dr. Malik Lescott, Dr. Jolette Woodley, and Dr. Patrice Lawrence.
Welcome back. In an effort to raise awareness, Sergeant Sophia Henry from the Traffic Department outlined the proper use of the pedestrian crossings during her appearance on ZIZ Radio's program On the Road on Wednesday. She first spoke about the pedestrian signs and their importance.
A pedestrian crossing sign indicates areas with a high likelihood of pedestrian activity. These signs are meant to prevent accidents by preparing drivers to slow down or stop on short notice. You will often find the pedestrian crossing sign in city centers, school, and other areas where there is a large pedestrian presence.
Sergeant Henry added that motorists are to remain vigilant when they encounter the pedestrian crossing signs. She also explained that when crossing the road using the crosswalk, persons should wait to be acknowledged by drivers before attempting to cross the road.
I give traffic plenty of time to see you and to stop before you start to cross the vehicle. Some pedestrians, when they step on the crossing, yes, you have the right to step on it, but you must look to make sure that no vehicle is coming from either side of the road. Yes, we think that, okay, the pedestrian crossing is there first, and when we step on, the drivers must stop. So we're going to step on, and sometimes the driver is right up on us. That's not how a crossing is used. You step on, you make sure that the driver see you before you cross. Make sure they acknowledge that you're there.
As it pertains to who has the right of way if the pedestrian crossing is at a traffic light that is on green, she said that the drivers have the right of way and the pedestrians will have to wait. On the Road airs every Wednesday on ZIZ Radio at 9:30 a.m. during the morning show with GQ. In other news, the Energy Unit within the Ministry of Public Infrastructure organized an Energy Career Day on Tuesday to introduce students to diverse career opportunities in the energy sector. The Career Day initiative is aligned with the country's aspiration to become a sustainable island state with focus on the green economy. The Career Day provided a realistic picture of the workplaces in the energy sector, acting as a networking event for students and energy professionals, and enabled students to begin identifying areas of career interest in the sector. The initiative was a joint venture with the Republic of China Taiwan and the St. Kitts Electricity Company Limited, or SKILEC. Presenters at the Career Day included Patrice Harris, Corporate Communications Manager at SKILEC, Claricia Langley Stevens, Safety and Security Manager at SKILEC, Nubian Griot, Engineer, Alex Lay, Taiwan Renewable Energy Consultancy, and Duran Merchant and Auto Mechanic at TDC Limited. The theme of this year's Career Day is Sparking the Future, Igniting Energy Careers. And still on the local scene, anticipation is building for the TDC Interschool Championships, slated to run from Thursday 14th to Sunday 17th March 2024. The St. Kitts and Nevis Athletics Association held a press conference on Monday to share updates about the upcoming sports meet. Providing information on logistics was President Delwayne Delaney.
And so as it relates to the logistics, we have in place 2 chartered boats that be our businesses, that being the Apple Cider as well as the Islander, and they will be the official transportation vessel, boat transportation for our athletes. And we have placed a schedule in place. We have a schedule in place, that will ensure the athletes get to Nevis safely and on time in preparation for the meet, both on Saturday and Sunday.
Delaney also shared that the St. Kitts and Nevis Athletics Association has met with Maritime Affairs officials and the boat captains to discuss safety measures. Plans have also been made in the event of medical emergencies.
We have 2 doctors on hand that will be stationed in St. Kitts and 1 in Nevis for the athletes that travels over to Nevis in the morning, and to ensure that the athletes are in good stead, making sure that no sickness have occurred, and if that's the case, that they can have medical attention right there and then. And similarly, for when they return to St. Kitts later on in the evening, we have a team there in St. Kitts to attend to those needs if arise. Also, we have hydration stations that will be placed at the different ports, apart from at the venue, to ensure that the athletes stay hydrated, stay well prepared for the championship. So as it relates to the logistics, we have been working day in and day out, ensuring that we have the protocols and all in place to assign.
Games Secretary Garfield Virgo shared details about the schedule of events.
First 2 days, as Patrice would have mentioned, we'll be doing some work at King Collins. Those days begin at 10:30. So we expect the teams to be there by the latest 9:30, so that we can get them in their warm-up activities and prepared mentally and physically in some instances for the events to take place. That day should proceed all the way up to about 4 p.m. Both days should finish by about 4:30 the latest, God willing. After that, we will then journey to Nevis, to the Nevis Athletic Stadium, on the Saturday and the Sunday. The first day, Saturday, should begin at 10:30 as well. So the team should be on site by 9:30 the latest again, and we'll proceed into the day. That day will push until about 7, thereabouts, and then we'll break for the final day, which begins at 12, and proceed from there.
Also present at the press conference hosted by the association's public relations officer, Patrice Harris, was Minister of Sports in St. Kitts, Honorable Samuel Duggins, Minister of Sports in Nevis, Honorable Troy Liburd, and Marketing Manager at TDC, Kashka Thompson. And coming up in regional news, Interpol issues red notice for former Suriname president. The details when we come back.
You have dreams you're imagining, goals you'd like to achieve. We're ahead to see you through. We're invested in you. We're invested in you. You can depend on us. We will take care of you with a legacy of commitment you can trust. Have to work along with you. Want you to know we care, and we will strive to do our very best to help in your success. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Attention, savvy shoppers. Brace yourself for the Bright Deals Electronics sales boom at Hortford's Building and Nevis Centers, where big savings are about to go. Get ready for the boom-bastic 25% off all electrical items store-wide for the entire month of March. From gadgets to lighting, now is your chance to brighten up your space without dimming your budget. Rush to Hortford's today and let the boom-bastic savings go. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
We've been working to bring you our most reliable internet ever.
And today, we are very excited to offer gig speed on Flo's fiber-powered network.
The best entertainment experience in St. Kitts and Nevis.
And plans that give you everything you need.
It's a new flow, and it's all inspired.
And it's all inspired.
And it's all inspired.
And it's all inspired by you.
Foreign Affairs Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith has declared Jamaica's full support for the free movement of CARICOM nationals within the region, a move that will go beyond the current regime under the Caribbean single market and economy, which allows for the free movement of agreed categories of skilled workers. During a meeting of the Standing Finance Committee of Parliament on Wednesday, opposition spokesman on industry, competitiveness and global logistics, Anthony Hilton, quizzed Johnson-Smith on Jamaica's position regarding CARICOM's thrust to open up free movement of nationals within the regional space. Johnson-Smith told lawmakers in the lower house that coming out of the recent CARICOM meetings, the heads of government committed to carry out work on the new arrangement, but will consider amendments to provide for a transitional period of 3 years. She said proposals are also being made to amend the treaty to secure minimum benefits to a CARICOM national if she or he moved to live in another CARICOM state. Reiterating Jamaica's support for full free movement within CARICOM, Johnson-Smith said, quote, "The ability to move and work and live would be the most profound way in which nationals can experience CARICOM in a real way." And in other regional news, Suriname former President Desi Bouterse finds himself under intensified scrutiny as the International Police, or Interpol, has added him to its red notice list. This development comes nearly 3 months subsequent to Bouterse's sentencing to a 20-year jail term. And the red notice designation includes Bouterse's photo along with descriptive details of his age and appearance. The move follows an arrest notice issued by Suriname Police on January 17th. A red notice serves as an official call to law enforcement agencies worldwide, urging them to locate and temporarily detain the individual specified pending legal actions such as extradition or surrender. And coming up, U.S. Secretary of State pledges $100 million to fund Haiti police mission. International news is next.
You have dreams you're imagining, goals you like to achieve. We're here to see you through. We're invested in you. We're invested in you. You can depend on us. We will take care of you with a legacy of commitment you can trust. Have to walk along with you. Want you to know we care, and we will strive to do our very best to help in your success. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Attention, savvy shoppers. Brace yourself for the Bright Deals electronic sales boom at Hortford's Building and Nevis Centers, where big savings are about to go. Get ready for the bombastic 25% off all electrical items store-wide for the entire month of March. From gadgets to lighting, now is your chance to brighten up your space without dimming your budget. Rush to Hortford's today and let the bombastic savings go. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
We've been working to bring you our most reliable internet ever.
And today, we are very excited to offer gig speed on Flo's fiber-powered network.
The best entertainment experience in St. Kitts and Nevis.
And plans that give you everything you need.
It's a new flow, and it's all inspired.
And it's all inspired.
And it's all inspired.
And it's all inspired by you.
Thank you for staying with us. On the international scene, U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken pledges $100 million to fund Haiti's police mission. Here's more.
U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken on Monday announced an additional $100 million to finance the deployment of a multinational force mission to Haiti. Blinken made the pledge during a meeting with Caribbean leaders in Jamaica to discuss the crisis in the Caribbean country.
Given this increasingly urgent need, I'm announcing today that the United States Department of Defense is doubling its approved support for the mission from $100 million to $200 million. And that brings the total U.S. support to $300 million for this effort. I'm also announcing additional humanitarian assistance for the people of Haiti, $33 million to further support their health and food security.
The U.S. has persuaded Kenya to deploy police personnel to Haiti despite a court order blocking the mission. Public order in the country has all but collapsed after attacks by armed gangs.
We support the plan to create a broad-based, inclusive, independent presidential college that would, in particular, first take concrete steps to meet the immediate needs of the Haitian people. Second, enable the swift deployment of the multinational security support mission. And third, through that deployment, through a reinforced Haitian National Police, create the security conditions that are necessary to hold free and fair elections.
Prime Minister Ariel Henry, who has not been able to fly home since his trip to Kenya last week, tendered his resignation on Tuesday. The development worsens Haiti's already fragile political situation.
Netanyahu insists on pressing on with his military campaign in Gaza as British Foreign Secretary David Cameron calls for maritime aid corridor. Here's more.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed to finish the job in Rafah. Speaking at a pro-Israeli conference in Washington, he added that Israel would take steps to secure the safety of civilians. Netanyahu faces increasing international pressure from world leaders who are starting to criticize his military campaign in Gaza. Meanwhile, strikes across Gaza killed at least 10 people overnight, according to local Wafa news agency. About a quarter of Gaza's population is currently on the brink of starvation. British Foreign Secretary David Cameron said that the United Kingdom was doing what it could to bring aid into Gaza. He called on Israel to open the port of Ashdod to allow a maritime corridor of aid into Gaza. The US Air Force have also announced another airdrop of aid into Gaza, including 16 bundles of food. The UN have said Gaza is in desperate need of aid and have called on Israel to allow UN workers visas in order to distribute supplies.
Up next in sports, Antigua and Barbuda announces team for 2024 CARIFTA Games and Sammy on West Indies ICC T20 World Cup preparation. Stay tuned.
You're never too young to start planning for your financial future. That's why I decided to visit National Caribbean Insurance to speak with one of their friendly sales agents.
Here at NCI, we strive to ensure customer satisfaction by choosing the right policy for you. Our endowment plans provides customers with adequate returns on their investments. The quinquennial bonus policy offers a 25% payout of the sum assured every 5 years. Other life insurance packages can help to secure your family's future. Also, please consider our health plans so you can be reimbursed for medical expenses to ease financial impact. Just remember, the younger you are, the more affordable insurance is for you.
Don't wait until it's too late to apply. Make an appointment to see a sales agent.
Visit us today. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
First up in sports, Antigua and Barbuda will be represented by a 20-member contingent, 17 athletes and 3 officials at the 2024 CARIFTA Games in Grenada. ABS's Joel Rain reports.
The Athletics Association has finalized its lineup comprising both under-20 and under-17 athletes for the regional spectacle scheduled for the Kirani James Stadium. Among the talented athletes donning national colors are some with previous success at the Games, including 2020 gold medalist Dwayne Fleming and bronze medalist Alyssa Diet. Geraldine Barnes will be defending her under-17 gold in the long jump, while Malik Francis will be aiming to improve on his silver medal in the boys under-17 javelin throw. Additionally, some of the athletes bring valuable experience from their participation in previous games, including Ajani Daly, Cleon Joseph, Kasaya Daly, Lanika Locker, and Geraldine Dowdy. Other members comprise Tyra Fenton and Zonique Charles, who will compete in the girls under-17, and Hannah Charles in the under-20. Nicardo Clark, Osei Gardner, Kevin Campbell, Kandre Pascal, and Nicholas Simpson will go for honors in the boys under-20. The selection process involved the just concluded 3-day Interschools Championships as well as collegiate meets overseas. The team will be managed by Ted Daly and coached by Oswald Baptist. Gillian Allen Matthew will serve as chaperone. The 2024 CARIFTA Games is slated to take place from March 30th to April 1st. Joel Rain, ABS Sports.
With just under 3 months before the West Indies men begin their campaign in the ICC T20 World Cup 2024, white ball head coach Darren Sammy took some time to share his expectations in the build-up to the tournament. Here's more.
As a player, Darren Sammy has won 3 major ICC tournaments with the West Indies senior men, and he shares how important hosting a tournament of this magnitude will be for the Caribbean.
And hosting the World Cup in the West Indies, it's everything. You know, we hosted it in 2010. We did not win, but to have it on our home shores again, the impact it will have not only on us cricketers, but the different countries in the islands, in the regions, you know, from the tourism industry to the hotel workers to people coming in. It will be amazing spectacle for us in the Caribbean, and I can't wait for all these visitors to come to our shores and bless our island and our tourism industry.
Sammy says the power in the team's batting is present, but the challenge lies within the bowling department.
You know, obviously, We need to tinker and work on some different bowling roles, and that, you know, myself, James Franklin, the captain, have been speaking to various persons that we want to execute the different roles. I've been speaking and working diligently with our analyst, Avnes, you know, looking at grounds, different venues we're going to have, and the different dimensions and different conditions in the surface, you know, that it brings, and making sure we have the right personnel to fill in those key roles.
The two-time T20 World Cup